This conference
Uh,
will now be recorded.
1 minute, please. As I told you, because the Linux machines are more secure, and most of the deployments goes into that. Only in case of .NET applications, most of the developers prefer Windows application, Windows servers. Otherwise, Linux machines are mostly preferred. Okay, nowadays Windows applications also cross-platform. So we have .NET, what you call runtime environments, which supports Linux as well. So mostly Windows applications also nowadays deploying on Linux only, because they are now supporting even cross-platform. So in any OS we can install Windows applications. Before that it was not like that. Now we are even deploying on Linux as well, the Windows applications. Before that it was not like that. So when this okay, what is that called? I'm not getting. Okay, I will inform you. Let you know. Anyway, let's start. Okay, so today, what is the scenario we are going to do? The scenario is, so I have copied your requirement. No problem. I will check this. Okay.
Yeah, okay, Madan.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. So today we will create a Ubuntu server. Okay. Then uh, update update the server. Update the server with the latest um, software. So when you create a new Ubuntu server, initially the Ubuntu server, when you launch, at the time you must update the server, because the server Ubuntu server will come with default softwares. So those softwares may be having older versions. So if you don't update them, the older versions, then on top of it, if you suppose you want to install other softwares, those softwares expecting the latest versions, at the time that software may not install, which you are trying to install, it may not install. That is the reason when you create a new Ubuntu server, you better always update the server. How to update a server? So anyway, you don't know about Linux commands, but for this demo I will introduce few Linux commands. Don't worry, just remember them. In anyway weekend we will covering them. So whenever you want to update any software in Ubuntu, we have to use a command called apt command. Apt is a command which will use to install or update a software. Apt, there are two ways actually. For example, we can use apt get update. This is a command we can use, or you can use, in short, apt update. Okay, get is not required. Normally we use apt update. This is Ubuntu. This is Ubuntu. But when you work on another flavor called Amazon, for example, at the time I tell you, if you use Amazon, then in place of apt you have to use em command. So in Linux, we have two families. I will discuss in the weekend. In the two families, one family, in that families they use apt, in some other family they use yum. So around 3 to 5% there is some variation in the commands. Only 3 to 5%. Remaining all most of the time will be same, but small variations will be there. But anyway, don't worry about that. But as of now, try to understand. We are going to create a Ubuntu server and we have to update it. And I told you what is the requirement of updating the server. So we have to update initially. And once you, whenever you are updating now, it will in between ask you for some confirmation, like whether you want to continue in between, right? While installing in between, it will ask for confirmation. So we can simply say y. When you press y and enter, it will continue installation. To avoid that confirmation, suppose, then you can simply say -y. When you say apt update -y, without asking you, it will immediately install the software, right? That is one other option. Okay, so this is one another type, this another type. Okay, next thing is, uh, fine, then how to install the software? Apt install. Suppose I want to install a software. This is a command and your software name and -y again. Without so I hyphen y, I explained you why we have to give. Okay, even you forget it, no problem. Now apt install software name. Suppose you remember in Windows we have installed a web server called IIS. Internet Information Services is a web server we have installed. Do you remember? When you install IIS web server on Windows, it created a www root, right? Www root folder, right? Inside this, we inside in this folder, we have copied the project files. So this is in Windows, right? Now, as I am telling you that today we are going to see how to deploy a same similar application on a Linux machine. So I told you in previous sessions that a application to be served, then a web server is required. Web server is must. A restaurant example I have given to you, right? So here also it applies. So it could be any version, any operating system, no problem. But if the application has to be served through the internet, then we must require a web server, right? As I told you, on Windows we have IIS. Now on Linux, uh, it's not about Linux. We can use that web server which I'm going to install now. We can use that on Windows as well, but mostly we use on again on Linux most of the time. One moment, sir. Okay, right. So here the software which we are going to use to install on the as a web server, which web server software we are going to use. So which web server software we are going to use in Linux? So we are going to use Apache. Apache is a web server. This is a web server we are going to install. This is a web server we are going to install. So why we require this web server? To serve the application. Where is the application? We have to get it from we have to download the application from internet. We do in this session. In real time, the developers will provide us. We'll get it from the GitHub repository. In real time, we get the software from the GitHub repository. But here, for this session, we are getting from the internet. Don't confuse. Okay, we won't do this in real time. Okay, we do this only on this in this session. So we need Apache is web server we are going to install. You know why this web server is required. If you're in doubt, let me know. I will explain you again why web server is required. And then we have to download the application from internet. These things we have to do. Now question is that in Windows, when you install a web server, the web server created a www root folder, where it is inside the inet pub. It was inside the inet pub. Similarly, when you install Apache, then Apache also creates two folders. One is www folder, another is HTML folder. Inside it, it will create a default file called index.html. When you install Apache, it will create a folder www, another folder called HTML. Inside that, it will give a index.html. If you remember in Windows, when we installed IIS web server, in www root, we have a file we saw. In that we saw a file. I did not remember exact name. IIS some xyz.html file is there inside actually. So when you launched that initially when you launched before we downloaded the application from internet, when we launched initial page we saw in blue color if you remember. So there is the initial page that is for testing whether our internet is able to connect to our web server or not. For that testing purpose, a HTML page will be created by default whenever you install a IIS web server. Similarly, here also when you install a Apache web server, it also creates a default page index.html. Okay, in this also it contains some text. When you connect it to our server, after see when you first what you do, you create a Ubuntu server, then you update the server, then you will install Apache. How you will install Apache? Simply you say apt install Apache. Apache is not simply Apache. Apache 2 you have to say. Apache 2 is a software name -y. If you say like this, sorry, the server will be the web server software will be downloaded. When it is downloaded, automatically this folder, www folder, HTML folder, and index file, this all will come automatically. Like the same way when we got the similar way when we installed web server, IIS web server. The same thing happening here, no difference. No difference at all. And after that, what we have to do? The same thing what we did on Windows Server. In Windows Server, what we did? We deployed our project files inside the www root, right? Similarly, we have to download the files from internet, and that project files, that application files, we have to deploy inside the HTML folder. We have to remove this one. Okay, in place of this single file, we have to copy all the files which we are downloading from the internet, which we already did on IIS web server, right? Same thing we have to do. We just need to copy. In Windows, we have graphical user interface. Because of graphical user interface, we open the folder, right? Simply we open the folder, right? And something, right, what we did, we open the folder and copy the files, just copy it and paste it in the www root, right? But in Linux, we won't do that. We have to copy into in HTML folder all the files. We have to use a command. What is that command? I will introduce today. Okay. Before I continue, I will pause here. I will pause here for 1 2 minutes, and I will want to listen whether you are understanding or not. If you are not understanding, I will repeat these things again. I will wait. Sima, let me know if you have any questions. Don't hesitate. You can ask any question, even if it is silly question. You can ask, no problem.
No questions, Madan.
Any others, please? And I request everyone, if you are not understanding, you can ask. If you are not understanding, you can ask in the class, but not after the class, only in the class. And you can interrupt any many times. I won't feel any irritation. You please ask me. I'm very much interested to explain you the things. If you are not able to understand, don't hesitate. Right, okay then. One moment please, let me hide it. Okay, now thing is, first thing what we have to do. Okay, and one more thing, you are installing it, right? It's fine. After that, what we have to do? These commands will not work, right? These commands will not work, as because when you create a Ubuntu server, what will happen? I will tell you. Let's go. Let's go to select Ubuntu server. Okay, here I will say some web app, some web application, web app, something web app. Okay, or I will say some cake shop. We have an application called cake shop, something on the web. I saw that. We'll take that one and we'll try that cake shop app, some web app. Okay, this is the application I want to deploy. Ubuntu is a OS, free tier, remaining all same, no change. And remember, and I want to tell you one important thing. Yesterday when I clicked here, I could not see my key pairs here. I could not see my key pairs here. I created yesterday again. Why that happened? Why that happened? Because the region automatically went to North Virginia. So you see, I'm in Mumbai, and if I click on the drop down now, I could see my key pairs here, right? But if I change the region here, okay, suppose I went to any region, Ohio, for example. Now, if you come down, now Ubuntu I'm selecting here. Now we are in Ohio. Now you see, we don't have any key pairs here. So it may happen with you as well, when you learning or in real time as well. So you have to keep this in mind, that this happens because some problem, you may be, the region might be changed, that you should take care. And after the session, I noticed it, and then I carefully deleted all the resources whatever I created on the North Virginia region. Okay, no problem. Go to Mumbai region, because the keepers will work only to that particular region. It's region dependent keepers. So for this region, you have to create, for every region you have to have a separate key pairs. That we should understand. I'm going back to Mumbai region again. Ubuntu, let's select Ubuntu and keep here 761 and security group. Okay, now you tell me, because you should learn, okay, because we are going to create, we are going to deploy a web application. How you are going to access the web application? You are going to access the web application through our browser, right? Through our browser, right? So what you do to access through the browser, then the request should go to the web server, right? On that day we discussed. You listen it, if you forget it, or you can ask me. So whenever you're trying to access your website using the IP public IP address, the request will go to the web server which has been installed on your server. The server can be Windows server or Linux server, no problem. Any server it can be, no problem. But when you're trying to access through the internet, then that server, inside that server we have the web server. That web server has to be allowed to connect to the internet. Only then the web server can serve you what you want. That is the reason what we have to do is that we have to enable HTTP traffic from the internet, allow HTTP traffic from the internet. You see, to set up an endpoint, we call it as an endpoint, for example when creating a web server. So if you want to access our web server, then you have to enable it. Why you want to access your web server? Because web server only can help you to serve the web pages. So whatever the application we are going to deploy now, if you want to use them, then web server must be there. Select it. If you don't select it now, no problem, you can add it later also. You can add it later also. Okay, and here by default the name what it's saying, we will create a new security group called launch wizard 9, it's saying. So some random number it has picked, but I don't want to give this random number. Okay, what I will do, I want to edit, I want to give my own name. Then what I can do, see, if you already have some security groups, you can select from select existing security groups and you can click the drop down, you can select one of the security group which you know already. If you don't have, then create a new one. Okay, here I want to change the name. Then how to change the name? Simply go up, click on edit button, come down, see, and who is the someone asked Ajay, Mahidar, I think Mahidar or somebody asked me about the VPC, right? So Mahidar or whoever asked that question. So as of now, we are using the default VPC. We will be creating our own VPC in coming sessions. At the time, you have to select our private VPC. As of now, we are using default VPC. If you create a new VPC, the VPC will come here. Then that we can select it. That we will do. Okay, that we will do. As of now, let's use the default VPC. It always comes whenever you create a new account. Then a default VPC comes, so we can use it. But anyway, in real time, we will not work inside default VPC. In real time, we always use a private VPC. That we'll see. Now here I can change the name. So I will say take shop app hyphen SG. I will say SG means security group. You can give any name, but you should give some meaningful name so that later on you can understand the security group. By seeing the name itself, you can understand, okay, this is a security group for this project. By seeing the name, you should understand. And remaining are fine. HTTP, it's port 80, right? Everybody can, port 80 means anybody can access, right? Internet means anybody can access. That is the reason by default it is anywhere selected. Just come down. That's all. Launch instance. If you want, you can close this, okay, so that you can get more width. So whenever it is creating, you'll get a volume here, and volumes will be displayed on the left side. You get familiar with the left side things, you get familiar. Okay, these things we are going to work in future sessions. Now if you see, I will connect it now. So I copied this. What I will do, I am directly going to my download folder, because here I have my key pair 3. I simply right clicking over here and clicking on show options. I'm using Windows 11. If you're using Windows 10, you will get this pop-up menu directly. In that, you select open git bash here, not the UI. Git bash here. Type yes here. Now we have connected to Ubuntu. Now Ubuntu is a machine we connected now. Let me, so how to clear the, I want to clear all the screen. Okay, I want to clear the screen, right? So we have command called clear. Clear is a command. Okay, you'll say clear. The screen has been cleared. Now let's do two things here, because I'm going to install some softwares, right? I want to update. So if you want to update this, if you simply run this command, no, it will not work. For example, if you say apt update, if you say enter, it's saying that no permissions denied. So normally you will not have permissions. Ubuntu is a username. He is a user. This person user, default user, will not have permissions to install. So normally what we do, we use another command called, instead of that, we what we do, we say sudo. So and then we say apt update. Okay, then we do like this. Sudo means temporarily you will become a administrator. Temporarily you will become an administrator, or we can say you become a root user. It will work. It will work. For example, again I want to clear the screen. I will say sudo apt update hyphen hyphen y. Okay, if you don't give hyphen y, it will ask you, do you want to continue in between. I will give hyphen y and press enter. Now the OS, the Windows operating system is updating the various, it having various packages inside. It is updating all the packages to the latest versions. So mandatorily you have to do this whenever you working the first time on a server, only for the first time. Now you see here 70 packages can be upgraded. Okay, now after that you can run upgrade, you can run upgrade also, but as of now it is not required. Let me clear the screen. Clear the screen. What I will do next, what I will do, I want to install our Apache. I want to install our Apache, but before that we want to confirm one thing. Confirm one thing, that is whether really these folders are going to be created. If they are created, where they are going to be created. Below folders will be created inside. Below folders will be created inside inside in a existing folder called var. Var is a folder. This comes with the operating system. This comes with the operating system itself, Ubuntu OS itself, called var. Inside this var folder, this remaining folders will be created. Let's go to var folder first. How to go to the var folder? We have a command called, same like in Windows also we have DOS commands, same like these commands will be. We have to use cd. Cd means change directory. Change directory or change folder, you can say, no problem. Normally D means directory, that is the reason you should use directory only. But end of the day, it's a folder or directory, both are same. So change directory. So to where you want to change, I want to check. I want to check inside where I want to go inside var folder, and I want to check whether www.html already there or not. Then if they are not, one moment please. Sorry. Okay, so I want to verify, cross check whether this folder is already there or not. So what I will do, I have to run command called cd, and I should say where you want to go, into side var folder, right, slash var cd. When you say cd slash var, then we will get inside the var folder. Okay, let's see that. Cd slash var folder, enter. See, we are inside the var folder. Now type ls. What is ls? Ls nothing but list. It will lists all the files. ls lists, list out all the files and folders details, if anything are there. Ls, you see, it contains some files, some folders. Okay, So I want to see in detail which is folder, which is file, I don't know, right? What you will do? I want a long list. You say ls hyphen l, it's a long list. I want this will create you, give a more description. ls hyphen l. Now you see at the beginning you are seeing D. Starting you see D are there. D, right? Okay. So this D means directory. These are directories. Okay. All are directories. No files are there in this. Some soft links are there that we'll discuss later. But as of now, some log folders are there. You ignore them as of now. So D means directory. But there are no files inside. How I know that? Because if it is a file, then that in place of D, there will be a dash like this. There will be dash like this in the beginning itself. In the beginning, in place of D, if you have a slash like this, then you can think that that file, that is a file, not a folder. But anyway, if you see carefully here, do we see any folder with name www? No, we don't have that. We don't have that www folder, but we will get it in a moment. Now I want to come out of this var folder. Okay, to come out of the var folder, I will say cd space give space dot out. So to come out of the existing directory. Okay, I want to come out from var folder. What you have to say? Cd slash var, sorry, cd space dot dot. Now I'm out of the folder ls. Okay, cd tilde, use tilde here. Yes. I will explain what is tilde and what is this stuff. I will explain tomorrow in weekend. Then we will continue. Okay. As of now, www is not there. So next, what I have to do? I have to install. Till now, what I did? Updated. Now pending is I have to install web server. For that, I have to install app install Apache 2-y is enough. But again, should I say sudo? Should I say again sudo again? If you are working, if you are giving multiple commands, you are planning to install a lot of softwares, then again and again if you're saying sudo, then no, it will time consuming, right? So better you become a root user so that you can install. Root user means nothing but become a administrator, then you can install the whatever software you want, you can install them. So how to become a sudo user? You simply say hyphen sudo hyphen I. If you say hyphen I, to become a root user, so that you can install softwares, any software without using sudo, without using sudo. So simply say sudo hyphen I one time, and later on you no need to say sudo apt update. You simply can say apt update simply. No need to add prefix the sudo name here. Okay, let's try that. Let me clear the screen. Okay, sudo hyphen I. Now you see the user has been changed from Ubuntu to he become as a root user now. He's a root user now. Okay, he's a root user now. Now another thing now I want to change. I want to change. It's okay. Later we do that. But anyway, let's do the things first. I want to install Apache 2 minus 5. The same command. Okay, the same command I will run. Okay, here I will paste here the same command Apache. Enter. See, without any sudo, it is installing now. Now ls, I said ls, so ls means I want to see what files we have. So now what I will do, I will go to var folder again. I will check whether www folder is created or not. Cd slash var ls. You see www folder is created now, right? So that means Apache has been installed. Okay, now let's get inside the www folder. Okay, cd www, enter. Again ls, you see we have html folder inside. The same thing we discussed cd html, right? ls again. See, we have index file. So what this index file contains? How can I see the content of index file? We have a command called cat and file name. When you say cat and file name, the contents of the file will be displayed, or the output will come. Whatever it contains, that will come using the command cat. We'll see that in weekend. Okay, cat index. No need to type complete name. Simply say initial one letter is enough, and then you press tab button. When you press tab button, everything will come. No need to type everything and enter. You see the content of the file. This is the content of the file. So it's a content complete very big file, right? So this all it is called HTML. It's called HTML. Okay. Now I want to see the see the output. This HTML only the browser can understand. The browser can understand. It can understand. It can display it can display a meaningful data on your browser. Now I want to display the content of this one on the browser. So the content of this will come on the browser. Then what I can do? You simply go here, go to our instances. Okay, select our server and copy the public IP. Okay, you try to connect and let me know the result. What you getting? I'm pasting your the public IP. Please connect and let me know what you are seeing. Are you trying?
Yeah, I'm getting this site can't be reached.
What are you
Yeah, I'm
getting?
getting out of the page.
You are getting Sima remaining, please. Everybody trying. I'm waiting for other response, please. I want to know what you are seeing.
Yes, I'm getting site can't be reached.
Site can't be reached. I'm sorry. Hua, for you also same. Rajesh,
Yeah, for me also it's same.
S-
No, Madan, I'm
site
able
can't
to
be
I'm,
see
reached.
I'm able to see Apache to default page.
Apache too. Yeah.
Perfect. Right. Revanti, you have to copy that and paste on your browser, right? Here, you have to paste it like something like this. Something like this. Are you trying this way?
Yes, Madan.
We should get actually. What about others? If anybody getting not reachable, who else getting the same thing like Revanti?
Yeah, for me also it's coming like that one.
Rajesh, for you also getting like that? How come? Let me
Yeah,
try myself here. I try myself here. I'm pressing enter here. I'm checking. See, for me it's coming. Where you're trying, Rajesh? On the browser, right?
on the browser only.
You should get it. Which browser you are using?
Chrome only.
Chrome only, right? I don't
Yeah.
have Chrome, I think. And let me know who are not able to see this page. Who are not able to see this page? Rajesh, Revanti, and who more? Who are more? Only two members. Remaining all able to see.
Yes, Madan, I'm able to see that.
Okay, thank you, Naveen. Simha,
Yeah.
see one thing.
I'm, ab-
If you are
I'm able to see Madan.
right, thank you, Simha. See, maybe while pasting, no, maybe sometimes what happens, you should get here not secure. That you should get. That means we are using HTTP. If you are using HTTPS, that could be a problem. Don't use HTTPS. If you have to use HTTP only. Or else you do one thing, Revanti and Rajesh, do one thing. Go to your Google Chrome. On the right side, your option open in new private window instead of like something like this. New, it is new in private window. Similarly, Chrome also have
No,
a new private
it's
window.
now it's getting yeah.
You getting
Now
it?
it's
Nice, nice.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Revanti, maybe HTTPS maybe automatically prefixed in the beginning. That is the reason you're getting that way. You try in a new window, something on your new window. Try that. I'm waiting. Ajay and Mahidhar, Annapurna, Annapurna మీరు ట్రై చేశారా? ఈ ఈ URL IP ట్రై చేశారా? ఈ IP కాపీ చేసి బ్రౌజర్లో ఒకసారి పేస్ట్ చేయండి అమ్మా. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా
No,
అన్నపూర్ణ?
I'm getting. Madan.
యు గెటింగ్ రవంతి? నైస్.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
నైస్. అన్నపూర్ణ ఏంటి ప్రాబ్లం ఏమొస్తుంది చెప్పండి?
చేస్తున్నాను ఇక్కడ
ఏమంటమ్మా?
ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సార్
సారీ, వాయిస్ క్లియర్గా లేదు. అన్నపూర్ణ వాయిస్ క్లియర్ లేదమ్మా. ఓకే, ఓకే. ఇంటర్నెట్ కొంచెం బాగుండాలి. ఇంటర్నెట్ స్లోగా ఉంటే ఇబ్బంది అవుతుంది. సరే, ఓకే దెన్. నౌ సమ్ మెసేజ్ ఐ గాట్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? హ్యాస్ సమ్ సిగ్నల్ ఇష్యూస్. అదే అన్నపూర్ణ, సిగ్నల్ ఇష్యూస్ ఉన్నాయి మీకు. సరే, ఓ పని చేయండమ్మా, నేను రికార్డింగ్ పంపిస్తాను. ఆ రికార్డింగ్ విని మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి వాళ్ళంతా. నాకు డౌట్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు రేపు 8:50కి జాయిన్ అవ్వండి. 8:50కి జాయిన్ అయ్యి క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగండి ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే. ఓకేనా? ఆ రికార్డింగ్ జాగ్రత్తగా విని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఓకేనా? క్వైరీస్ రాసుకోండి, నోట్బుక్లో రాసుకొని రేపు నా క్లాస్లో అడగాలి. 8:50కి జాయిన్ అవ్వండి ఎర్లీగా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే. ఓకేనా? మనం 8:50 నుంచి 9:05 వరకు డిస్కస్ చేయొచ్చు. 15 minutes టైం ఉంటుంది. ఎవ్రీబడి కెన్ జాయిన్ at 8:50. ఓకే అమ్మా. 8:50 you can join and we can discuss till 9:05 so that everybody will join by that time and we can discuss if you have any queries. Every day you can do that on any topic, no problem. Anyway, let's go back to our topic now. So this is a confirmation page saying that our Apache web server is ready now. It is ready to accept now any requests. That's fine. But let me change this content. I want to change this content. How can I change the content? Go to our server now. Now clear the screen. CLEAR, clear the screen. LS again. This is a file, index file, right? Now I want to change the content of this. Then I want to open this in a file. Normally we use notepad, right? Use notepad. So when you say notepad, a notepad will come over here. Even on your Windows we have MS DOS, right? But you say command prompt, right? Something we say command prompt. When you open command prompt, what do you say in the command prompt? Suppose if I say this is a command prompt, this is our Windows. If I say here notepad and a file name, if you give file name here, that file name will be opened inside notepad. If you don't give a notepad, if you don't give any name, then if simply if it's a notepad only, then you enter, see, notepad will come up, right? Similarly on Linux, in place of notepad we have a new file editor called vi. Vi is a file editor. It's a editor where you can edit your file, but it having some commands to work on it. Those we'll discuss in our weekend session. But vi is similar like our notepad, but notepad you can type and you can go up and down every line. You can move, browse, whatever you can do it. But in vi editor it is not like that. Okay, I will explain you how to use it. But as of now I want to edit our file called index.html. I want to edit it. So for that reason, cat is not enough. Cat will only display the content, but I want to change the content. Then cat will not work. Then I have to use a editor, something like vi. Okay, let me show you how to edit it. Type vi and file name, enter. Now this file is opened in a vi editor. This is all the content. I want to remove everything. To remove everything, this is a lengthy file. You see, it's a very lengthy file, right? Very lengthy file. So how to delete all at once? So you have to, in this editor, it's not a, you will not see it, but you have to type ggd capital G. This is a command will erase all the file content. Okay, while practicing now you follow these commands. Okay, type ggdg. Okay, now I'm typing ggd capital G. everything is gone. Then what I will do, I will type, I have to give escape. I have to type, press escape button now. Okay, in okay, in VA editor, after erasing the content, press escape key. Right now, escape. Now I want to type something. Then you have to give VA command called I. Press I, small I. See at the bottom you see insert is as came insert. So now here press I to insert text. Okay, fine. Here I will say what I do in the document section in the drive you had been shared, right? I will copy. I'll copy these two files, insert that document folder. Okay, this file I will upload. You can use if required, or you can listen the recording and you can type accordingly, or you can copy here. Now I want to type something, so I will say here. Uh, okay, welcome to uh, Linux web server. Linux server. Something randomly I'm giving. Okay, now escape again. Press escape. After entering text, press escape again. After that, what you do? Press colon and then W and Q. Okay, to save the content. Let's try that. Colon you will get on the beside L button. Let's escape now. When you press escape, see when you press escape, insert will go. Insert will gone now. Now shift colon, shift and press colon button. You get a colon here and press W and Q and press enter. That's all. It is saved now. It is saved now. Let's cross check that. You all refresh your pages. You all refresh your pages. Then you will get, should get welcome to Linux server. Are you getting?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Madan.
Nice, nice. Hope everybody getting the same. Welcome to Linux. Okay, nice. Next, what we do? Download a web application from www.free.free-css website. Okay, let's me download that. Okay, what I will do? How to download? That I will explain. Let's first of all let us choose a application here. Okay, simply go to freecss.com. Now click on free CSS templates. Okay, here we have only 3, but just click on free CSS templates. We'll get many more. So somewhere go to page 7. We have deployed this one already. So let's go to 9th page, 9th or 10th page. Yeah, this is a application. It's a cake zone application. Let's download it. See, in Windows we simply clicked it. In Windows we simply clicked it, but on Linux we will not click. What we do, we have to right click on that download button. Just right click on the download button. You will get copy link option. Copy link option. Okay, copy this. You copied, right? Now I copied it. So how to download? How to download a software from internet on Linux server? So we have a command called wget. Wget is a command which will to this you have to provide the URL to download any software from internet. Okay, so this you have to do. So what I have to do now? Simply I have to go here on our server here. So but where I am, I should not be inside HTML. I should not be inside HTML. I should be on the main root, not on the inside HTML. Okay, I have to download first, and after downloading, then I have to copy them inside the HTML folder. Okay, but why we are here? We are because just I want to change this file. That is the reason I came here. Okay, I want to come out. First, I will come out from HTML. I told you cd dot dot. If you remember, we have cd dot dot to come out of the existing directory. Okay, what I will do? First, I will come out from HTML, cd space dot dot, enter. I am out of HTML now. Now one more time I do cd dot space dot dot. Again one more time cd dot dot. Okay, so clear the screen. Now I will say cd tilde. I want to go to the home directory. Cd tilde, what is? I will tell you. When I say cd tilde, and now when I say ls, we won't see these files. But when I say cd tilde, this takes me to the root folder, root home folder. But anyway, what is this tilde? We will discuss in our Linux machine, Linux session. So clear the screen again. Now what I have to do? I have to download a software. Simply say wget, and I already copied, right? Already copied, right? How I copied? I clicked here and I right clicked here and then I clicked on copy link. Now I copied it and simply right click here, click on paste. See, the complete link has come here. The complete link, download page 287, some cakezone.zip, some zip file is going to be downloaded now. Press enter. It is downloading now. Again, now press ls. You see a zip file is there. But zip in Windows we have extracted, but here we have zip file. So how to extract it? We have to use after downloading, unzip the zip file. Okay, first of all, unzip will not work. Why? You should try how to unzip. Command is option dollar beside dollar unzip and your app name, the zip file, zip file. Okay, I will try this. Okay, here we have the cakezone.zip file, right? Simply I say unzip cake. See, just simply say C, just type C and press tab. Everything will come and press enter. It will say that unzip not found but can be installed with apt install unzip. Right? This is to be used. First you have to install it. We don't have unzip, so apt install unzip. Okay, hyphen y you can add it if you want. If you don't add it, what will happen? We'll see. So apt install unzip, enter. Okay, it doesn't require any confirmations, so it went right away, no problem. Clear the screen, ls. Now I will use the unzip command. So again, you no need to type the previous commands. You can use your arrow buttons. Previously I typed unzip, right? So simply use up arrow, up arrow, your all commands will come. See, all the commands you will get. So just come down. I'm coming down again. Where is okay, this is the one, right? Unzip cakezone.zip. No need to type everything again if you already typed it. Now press enter. It is unzipped. It has unzipped now. Let's see the files. ls again, type ls, or let me clear the screen first. Clear the screen, ls. You see, we got a folder. It is unzipped and a new folder came up. I want to see what it contains. You know how to go there, right? Change directory, cd and cake. Simply say cake and tab, press a tab. You see, everything has come up. Press enter now. And now I want to see the content of it. Okay, ls hyphen L, if you say, you will get a list of with long details. Okay, press enter. You see, in the beginning there is hyphen. That means these are all files. JPG, these are folders. CSS, IMG, these are all directories. See, D is there, right? And again, remaining are files. These are all files. Okay, files and folders are there. Very nice, no problem. I saw them. Okay, very good. Go back. You don't stay here. Go back. CD space dot dot. Clear the screen. Clear the screen. Now ls again. Okay, fine. Everything is good. Now next, what we have to do? If you remember, what we have to do? Below folders will be created inside in an existing folder called where. Okay, this is created. Very nice. So what we have to do next? As I told you, in IAS, what we did, we copied all the project files inside the www root, right? Similarly, all the files which I just shown you, all those files has to be copied inside our www folder, www HTML folder. In this, I have to copy. Inside this HTML folder, I have to copy. And because one moment, please, I am going again to this one. I want to say, because here also we have a file called index.html already there inside this. So what happens, the default one already, the one which is there, it will be overwritten. Okay, you no need to worry. What all we have to do is we have to copy all these files into our HTML folder. The similar thing what we did already on Windows Server. We moved all the files to www root, right? Same thing I want to do. How to copy? So how can I do that? How can I copy? You have to copy not only the files. I want to copy the folders, also the files inside the folders as well. Then what command I have to use? To copy files and folders into another folder, okay, use below command. Okay, what I have to do here? What I have to do here? Simply say dollar copy is a command, cp is a command. Okay, source and destination. Where you want destination directory. Okay, destination directory. But the source may contain folders and files. So what I do, cp. Okay, here we have, what is the folder name? Cake shop, right? So I should say copy this one, enter, give a slash here. I want everything to be copied. Give a star here. Give a star here. Everything will be copied. But just giving star will not copy everything. What everything will copied? Only the files will be copied, but the folders will not copy. I should say to the copy command that I want to also copy the folders. If you simply say star, only files will be copied. Where you have to give the path. What is the path I have to give? The same path. This one, HTML. This is the path I have to give. Right? Let's come over here. Where I want to move? Here I want to move. But where is the www? That I have to give. That path also give. It is inside the where folder. Inside is where folder www HTML. In this I want to move. That is fine. That is the destination. Right. But here one more thing you have to add. I want to also move the folders, right? Simply say -r. Recursive. R means recursive. That means now the copy understands. Okay, I have to copy all the files, also the folders, along the files inside the folders also. I want to copy into the HTML. That's all. Simple. If you do this, all the content of this folder will be moved to HTML folder. That's all. Simple. Now, let's see how I have to do. Come out of this folder now. Clear the screen. Copy. Okay. Let me see the folder name. Okay. Copy. See, it stopped at E. Up to E stopped. Why it's confused? Because there are 4 characters here, 4 characters here also. It stopped here. So give an hyphen here, then it will able to differentiate. So simply give hyphen and press again tab. Now we got star hyphen R and the where slash W, give W and tab and H and tab. That's all. Press enter. Done. Copied. Now you people try to access. You people try to refresh your web page. All of you refresh your web page.
Yeah, we are getting that application.
You are getting the application, right?
Yeah.
Everyone? Is the same for everyone? Any issues?
Yes, madam.
Right. I will give one more minute. If you have no questions, we will end this session. And if any queries tomorrow, please log in at 8:50. We'll continue the doubts till 9:05. 15 minutes we'll discuss. But today I will stop in another 1 minute. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, ask me. Hopefully I believe everybody getting the application launched. If not, let me know. Let me try myself here. You should all get, when I refresh here, when I press enter here, you should get this page like this. The web page should be coming over here. In real time, manually we do this way. Now your Apache is serving this application. Previously in Windows we saw IIS has served. Now we are using Apache on Linux machine now. I will give 10 more seconds. Any questions please? Meanwhile, I am terminating the machine now. I don't want this anymore. Simply I am going here instance state, terminate the machine. Always you do this. Don't forget. Simply directly you can terminate it. That's all. This will end now. Okay, I'm ending this session. Let's meet tomorrow at 8:50 for if you have any queries. Class starts from 8:95. From 9:05 class will start. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.